Hello,
Hi,
hello.
Jesse, how are you?
Hello, Jesse. How you doing?
Hi.
Fine.
Good, how are you?
Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's good, thank you.
Fantastic. Okay, the first question is, you guys visit us in 2015 for the Lollapalooza Festival. How was your impression for the people and the audience here in Buenos Aires?
It was very, very memorable for us. It was the first time we had been to Argentina, and luckily we had a few extra days to check out the city and the culture and the food, and it was an amazing trip overall. And we did, I think we did two shows. We did one at, I don't remember the name of it, but it was like a sideshow at a little amphitheater.
Exactly.
Lollapalooza, and Lollapalooza just blew us away, you know.
Exactly.
It was just great to go play a big festival like that and have such a warm response for the first time in the country. So now coming back to do our headline show is quite exciting.
Well, I'd like to say we love the song The World Would Run Better, especially Argentina is too far south. What amazing song.
Yeah, thank you. Danny wrote that one. And the lyric is kind of nuanced, but definitely after going, he wrote it. He finished writing it after we went to South America, and this is a secret, but originally I think he had Australia in the lyric. And then we went to Argentina. He was like, "Oh, we have to change it. We have to change it to Argentina because we have very fond memories of there." You know, and the lyric is kind of funny as well and lighthearted, but it was.
Argentina is better. Argentina is better. I have one question about the name of the new album, Egomaniac. Is there a manifesto of the Egomaniac album, or of the Egomaniac style? Is there a manifesto?
Did you say a manifesto?
Yes.
Is there? I wouldn't quite say there's a manifesto, but there's definitely a theme.
Mm-hmm.
There's a common thread in a lot of the lyrics. And when we were making the album, before we knew what it was called, we had all these different songs, and we were playing our songs to each other in the studio. And we started to see this common thread in the lyrics of looking at the ego and egomania from all different angles. And so I think Danny he just said the word egomaniac as a title, and we thought, yes, that could work.
Mm-hmm.
So then we started to pick the songs that fit into that world somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's definitely the most sort of cohesive album we've made, I think, in terms of lyrics. Just because, in this life, not only in our life, performing on stage or a politician or a big movie star, also in every walk of life you see aspects of egomania, from the guy taking the selfie on the street to Donald Trump. Everywhere in between this phenomenon exists, and we wanted to look at that.
It's a formidable concept, really. And we love the new album, we love the songs. The first single is amazing. Today in the radio show we put, of course, the song, and for example, Underground, another great song from the album. And what do you think about this Latin American tour? What are your feelings about the concert in Niceto and the rest of the tour?
It's something we've been looking forward to for a long time. When we went in 2015, we didn't know what to expect, and everything was bigger and better than we imagined. So on this album, we told our agent, we have to get back to South America, and we made it a priority. And we're just glad that we were able to get so many countries on this tour. And obviously, the shows will be smaller because they're not festivals; they are headline shows. But we're looking forward to do our full 90-minute set and have that intimate connection with the audience.
Fantastic. Well, in a few days we go to Niceto and expect the best show from South Africa, but now you are living in USA, right?
Yeah. We've been living in the United States for about 20 years. We left South Africa when we were, teenagers.
Right now, is in Arizona, the studio? Or what city?
We still have the studio in Arizona, but we're spending a lot of time in Los Angeles as well. Most of the time we're on tour, but it's either Phoenix or LA that we're spending a lot of our time, working.
And Jesse, it's difficult to play the drums, to be a composer, to be also engineer from this album. Is possible for one person?
You mean to play the drums and sing and write songs? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Well, I guess, it's not very common for the drummer to also sing and be, one of the songwriters, but there's a few examples in history, like Levon Helm from the band, or Don Henley, or, Phil Collins. It's been done before. I think the fact that I started music on piano is probably a big part of it. So we all have a musical understanding. And then when I was a teenager, I just really loved the drums, and that became my instrument in the band. But I think singing and writing songs has made me a better drummer, because then the efforts become more focused on making the song good, or the entire performance good, and not just, hey, look at these cool drum tricks that I can do, which sometimes I think drummers get a little carried away with. So I have to split my focus between all those elements, and in a way it makes my drumming better, I think, because it suits the project.
It's fantastic for us. And your father, John Kongos, always was a big music inspiration for everyone in the world, right? Can you describe some words for the music for your father for this actual moment of the band?
Yes. Well, for us, he was a big influence in every way, just being our father, that is, naturally he was an influence. But then as we got a little older, we started listening to his music, and, he taught us to play the basics on piano and guitar and singing songs, and he taught us the basics of recording. So naturally his ideas sort of came to us through osmosis. And he was very, very adventurous in his production. He was one of the first people to use sample loops and to mix African rhythms with rock music in the 70s, So for us, that was, you can definitely hear in our music, you can hear his influence. And to this day, he still is a guiding force,
Amazing.
In our career and our lives as well.
Amazing. The last two questions, what are, Jesse, your influences right now? What are your music influences?
Well, there's not too much modern, pop music that we're listening to, but I think there's a band called Punch Brothers from America. They're like a bluegrass band, but they're very avant-garde.
Whoa.
They're just some of the best musicians that you've ever seen. And then we listen to everything from that to sometimes, we'll on the bus we'll listen to Katy Perry or Rihanna for fun, for a party, or some African bands from Mali. There's one called Tinarawen, which is our favorite band from Africa. So it's very, very wide, very wide. We grew up listening to so much different music that we don't necessarily have a fashionable sense or sense of what's cool. We just, whatever touches us in our hearts, that's what we listen to.
Great. And the last question is a funny question. The name of the radio show is Moochila. It means backpack. So, Jesse, what do you have in your backpack?
In my backpack?
Yes.
Well, I'm sure you always need your all-access pass. Otherwise, sometimes you can get locked out of your own show. You need a spare battery charger for your phone, because every day is a new city, and you don't know where you're going, so you have to look up some place to eat or a hotel or something. A jacket, a rain jacket, because weather is unpredictable. And I like to keep a few snacks. It's not very exciting, my backpack.
Okay, thank you for your time, thank you for your kindness. We will see you the next few days. Good trip.
Thank you. Nice to speak to you. We look forward to it.